welcome to the traffic noise. I mean, to whatever this is going to be. I don't know where I'm starting, but I always end up somewhere. And yes, it was quiet until I hit record, and then all of a sudden the cars came out of nowhere. I mean, that's not true. I heard them, but they were at a distance. See, this is what I wanted when I started recording. But like I said, oftentimes when I hit record, I don't know what I'm going to say. And then I end up filling 10 minutes with nothing I'm going to say. Which, in the future, might be interesting, but right now, the few of you that are watching, I could probably get away with anything. But hi future people, or current people, or hi you. Maybe I'm just not awake yet this morning. Kind of like walking in a haze. But I do remember, I don't know why I remember this, but in high school, this was the late 80s, so take it for what that means. I had a acid wash gray jean jacket, and the entire front of it ended up being covered in buttons with all sorts of sayings, because there was Spencer Gifts and 2 other shops that always had buttons to buy, and when I'd find one, I would get them. Such clever things as in I repeat myself when I'm horny, I repeat myself when I'm horny, I repeat myself when I'm horny. If you're reading this, you must want to kiss me, in really, really tiny letters. I know I had a Cyndi Lauper and a Prince button. I have a lot of them still, I think. I mean, I have a lot of buttons. I don't know if they're all the buttons that I had on my jacket or not. But if you remember the era, a lot of them were black lettering on a yellow background. And I think part of the reason why I started doing that was because people started accusing me of trying to be George Michael. Sure, I went to the same hairstylist that did my mom's hair, and my hair was feathered and typical 80s fashion, and I started to have a beard that I didn't like shaving, so it came in dark, and so I oftentimes looked like I had 5 o'clock shadow. And then I had the jean jacket. So apparently all you needed was those 3 things to be trying to be like George Michael. But I'm not. And I was not trying to be. I was just being myself. And then at that time I also had prescription Ray-Ban glasses. Now I have non-prescription Ray-Ban Meta glasses. So I can record things from POV for my shorts and use the AI to look around and read labels. But I want to say the AI is pretty crappy. Good boy, Cameron. Okay. At some point I would like to turn left there, but there's no sidewalk and that fence goes into the street. So that'd be dangerous. And crossing there, I would have to cross back over, because at some point it has no sidewalk. And that's kind of I mean, even though it's a smaller street, it is pretty busy for what it is. And I don't feel comfortable crossing at uncontrolled intersections on fairly busy streets. But I had moved off of George Michael and never finished my story. What was I talking about? Quick, tell me. I don't know why Cameron picked up, but I like it when he moves faster. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. We'll never know the end of that story. So, how about another story? Don't know if I've shared this one, but I was 15, I believe, and my mom and I took a trip to Disneyland in San Diego, because those are 2 places we like. And we were doing a double-decker bus tour of the San Diego Zoo, and we were up on the upper deck where it was open, and it was a nice day. And I look over, and 2 seats behind us on the other side of the aisle was a really attractive woman, and she was wearing a dress, and she had the dress tucked between her legs and as high as she could go to get sun on her legs. That's what I remember about that bus trip. But later, my mom needed to use the restroom, and we were over by the reptiles, I believe. And I sat down on the bench outside, and she came over and sat down next to me and started talking to me. And clever me, I chatted with her, but I didn't get any information. She was, I can't remember, but she was somewhere in Europe, had a nice accent, but really good English, was my age. I should have, what you slowing down for, Cameron? There's something here. Oh, we came, okay, forward. Is it just a bush you don't like? Okay. I should have gotten her address and written her at least, but I wasn't that clever of a person. I pretty much didn't even think about it until later. And when I think my mom came out before her parents came out, I felt really awkward all of a sudden trying to finish up the conversation with her. I did not have the best social skills in that regard. I mean, I've always been very social and get along with people, and it's always surprising to hear that people that I don't talk to or barely even knew have positive things to say about me, that neighbors know who I am. And I only find that out when they think something's wrong. And it's just like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And that's been true even before I became blind, which is doubly weird because, and I know I'm obvious. I'm 6'3", currently way too far overweight, still trying to work on that. But I have like a barrel chest, and apparently I'm intimidating, even though I had an ex literally tell me that I cause her cognitive dissonance because she looks at me and she knows that I could easily hurt her, and yet I was the most gentle person she knew, which was a compliment, I figured, even though her trauma was coming up in that moment, which was kind of sad. You okay, Cameron? Yeah, so in elementary school, 5th and 6th grade, 3rd grade, I think, was when the bullying started, and 6th grade is when it just shut me down. It was like, don't engage with anybody and you're safer. And it kind of did stop the bullying, which is kind of sad. I always did feel fringe, like I didn't belong, and I didn't know why. And as an adult, it's more because I have more sensitivity and empathy than even today's culture likes men to have. Still a struggle for me to be myself and to have people react to the fact that I am a man. I have friends, female friends, that still get uncomfortable if I cry around them. You know, stuff like that. So through high school, well, most of my life, well, all of my life, because I'm out of practice now, but I was never very good at, I can't say reading the signals, but interpreting the signals, because I had so many female friends that I would often just consider any woman that was friendly to me to be a friend, even if, because I was flirty, a lot of them flirted back with me, and so I probably friend zoned myself more than any woman did. And that's in some ways kind of like getting their phone number and not calling them, which I did, and I hate that, because I always meant to call people, but that is a totally different issue. If you didn't know, there's a sub button down there, you should smash it, The like button would also be enjoying your attention. The share button, because no one's really watching my longs but you. And comments. I don't think anybody has commented on any of these long form ones, but I don't think anybody's even gotten this far. Maybe I should tell people at the front. Anyways, I have another channel, Uncool Music News. I have my dolls give you the music news in under 30 seconds. They're kind of funny. I think they're funny, they make me laugh. But, I mean, humor is subjective. So if they don't make you laugh, that's even funnier. And I have a newsletter. I'll put that link below. And if you did not know, there's music. My latest song is called On the Road. I have not uploaded a video for that because thumbnails are a hassle for me. As you can imagine, anything visual is difficult for a blind person. Okay, camera, hop up. So, thanks for making it all the way to the end. I will grant you 5 internet brownie points and 10 I love yous. Thanks, love and peace.